background briefly for some of you unfamiliar with our proudest moments over the past 20 years. As you know, we're celebrating our 20th year anniversary. Although our entire team has much to celebrate, one of the biggest discoveries is all of our patients. It's all of you. So we have some of the best patients who are some of the most generous and caring patients you could possibly meet. In the early years, our team would receive gifts of appreciation in response to patients' experience with us. About 15 years ago, I thought, well, let's direct that appreciation and those gifts towards helping others. So back in 2005, we had an opportunity for our community to give back through a foundation called the Mendelsohn Foundation for the Arts. And this foundation was a way for patients and the general public to join our team to support organizations that are helping others in need. One of the foundation's core goals is focused on children, specifically giving children the opportunity to explore the world of arts through activities that educate and develop, stimulate their sense of self-image, and promote increased awareness of self through the arts. Butterfly Project was one of our partnerships with Happen Inc., a Northside nonprofit that is wonderful, led by Tommy Roof, and right now he could use some help as well to keep Northside projects going. Well, an effort to continue to help the local community is one thing. We also moved this across the globe, and at the time there were about 18 children from an orphanage in Tanzania, and today we're going to meet some of those kids. Over the past years, we've done some functions and some fundraisers. We've tried to do anything that we could to help put a pair of shoes on their feet without holes and so forth. You'll meet Connie Naber, some of you may have already, and we're going to do a little Zoom call here. We've got everybody standing by. But so every single penny that's contributed goes to these functions. There's zero administrative cost. We take care of everything. You're going to meet Mercy, who was accepted to some universities, Xavier actually, and some other schools. And we're trying to see if we can arrange some funds to get her to the United States. And then you're also going to meet Cecily. And Cecily is a beautiful young woman who wants to be a physician. She wants to be a surgeon. She wants to attend. Well, I'm not going to tell you. So you'll meet from her as well. Interestingly, with the medication, some of the anti-malarial and some of the antiretroviral medications that the community in Tanzania, in Arusha, are on for various reasons, the rate of coronavirus spread is reduced, but the kids are all on quarantine. So anyway, with that, let me welcome everybody here, and let's see what we can do here to get everybody set up. Thank you. Hello, Cecily. Hello, Mercy. How are you guys?
Fine. How are you?
Good. You guys look great.
Thank you.
Joe Dickey.
Sure. So
They can come.
Well, I tell you what, Connie, while
Yeah.
ladies are here, should we talk to them first, just while they're by themselves?
Sure. You want us to do that first and then bring the kids in?
We might as well, seeing as though they're sitting there so nicely.
Okay.
So let's see. So first of all, guys, how are you doing? How's everything?
Well, hi, I'm Connie Naber, and I'm on the board of Karama Connection here in Cincinnati. And what we do is we support a center over in Arusha, Tanzania, for children who need a place to go. And today we are here, right now we're here with Mercy and Ceci. And they are two of our oldest kids who are kind of running the house a little bit right now that we're in quarantine. So, hi girls.
Hi.
How's it going?
Going okay, just coping with quarantine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you just had your first week, yeah? And
Yes.
I think I told you the first week was the hardest, right? Actually, we've
Yeah,
had 2
the
weeks
first
now,
week
right?
was it. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. And the first week was the hardest, yeah?
Yeah, the first week was the hardest
Yeah.
because we had the mentality that we don't have to get out of the house, just remaining inside.
Yeah. And you had a whole new schedule of trying to teach the kids and who's going to teach who and just a new schedule. And that's all new. It's just a little, it's tough.
Yeah, everything was changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's tell them a little bit about our place. How many people do we have living there right now?
We have 16 people right now.
Yeah. And from ages 7? From what ages? 7 to?
From 7 to 20.
23, I think.
30. Eh?
And then we have one staff, Isaac.
Yes.
30.
Yeah.
So we've got 16 people there right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So at our place, most of the kids go to school, right? When on a normal time, most of the kids go to school. Everybody goes to school. Most of the older kids are in boarding school. So usually we only have about 7 kids at home at a time, right?
Yeah. 8.
8. And then the holidays, we have everybody home. So the holidays, it gets kind of crazy with everybody home. Yes?
Yeah.
But now we're on like permitted holiday. Yeah. Permanent holiday and nobody can go out. So it's a little tough, right?
You guys helping the other kids with their studies? How is that going? How's school going?
It's really doing okay. The kids are doing multiplication tables and division, and some are doing addition and subtraction.
And English lessons.
Okay.
So we kind of decided that we weren't going to try to teach all the subjects. We were going to try to improve their English, their math, and their reading, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no way we can do civics and history and for 16 people. It's just not possible. So one of the exciting things we can tell everybody that when this first started happening, I kind of put a call out on Facebook for some tutors, right? So can you tell them a little bit about the tutors we're getting?
We're getting English lessons, which is really amazing. We're taught how to write stories and poems. It is
like
really
a writing,
fun.
it's like a writing class, right?
Yeah.
And I'm even taking the class with you, right?
Yeah.
Because we get to class and we have a smile on our face, like this is the funnest class ever.
Oh.
So it's a woman named Tammy Swartz. She's a PhD at Miami University. So she's got a couple of her students at Miami even teaching with us. So there's about, what, 10 of us, 9 of us in the class, right? 10 of us. So it's our fun hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very fun hour.
So last week, you want to tell them what happened, what she did this week?
Yeah.
Dr. Tammy came in the class wearing a plastic hat.
Wearing a plastic, it was like a plastic trash bag on her hat at the bow.
And Olivia came with a beach hat and sunglasses.
And they were in character, right?
Yes.
So I think one of the things that they're trying to get you to do is to be creative, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because in Tanzania, you don't have art class, correct?
Some of the schools, but for the government schools, there is no art class at all.
There's no music class.
No music class.
No creative writing.
No.
So for you to use your imaginary brain, no, right?
No, yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's all facts,
Yes.
memorization. Yeah. So it's been really fun, yeah? And what are we doing with the little kids?
Teaching them math and by using Khan Academy.
Yeah, by Khan Academy, yeah?
Yeah.
And what class are they have at the end of their day?
Drawing art class.
Art class. And how are we doing that?
It's really cool. Everyone is liking it and everyone is waiting for that hour.
And it's on YouTube, right? I found a video on YouTube to learn to draw, right?
Yeah.
So that's been fun. And then sometimes I haven't done it last week, but what did I teach at night? Sometimes
Music.
music. So that's been really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple years ago, it's been more than a couple, but I took a keyboard there, right? And we really haven't used it that much. So now we're kind of learning the notes and learning how the notes sound. Yeah. So it's been fun. So we're doing the best with our quarantine, right?
Yeah, we are doing our best.
And then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have what?
Exercise class.
And we're doing that with my trainer here and all of the girls in my class in Cincinnati, right?
That's great.
Yeah.
In the first class, there was no complaining, correct?
There was complaint.
There was complaining. And now?
No complaint.
No complaints.
And everybody feels stronger.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling for your body to feel stronger, isn't it?
Yeah.
So can I ask you guys a little something? Just, I know you've been in quarantine, and I know that, Mercy, I want to talk to you about, you know, academics and your future education a little bit, and maybe you can tell us. And then Cecily, I'd like to also talk to you about the same thing. And here, since we were there, you know, I know that a few things have changed, and you continue to, I think, pursue. I think you still want to go into medicine. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see that big smile, so that's great. Mercy, maybe you could tell us a little bit for a moment, though, just about, you know, about your potential future here and education at the university level.
Actually, I've been volunteering, teaching bookkeeping and commerce at the government school near home, and have applied to various universities, and I've got accepted to 3 of them, which are Xavier, Cincinnati,
University of
and
Cincinnati?
yeah, and Hult. And I've just got a waiting letter from Marist University.
Okay. Congratulations. I didn't actually know all of that, so that's great. What is it that you think that you want to study?
I want to study accounting.
Accounting. Why accounting?
Yeah, because I like numbers.
That's a good reason.
She's a good business person. She's tried a couple little businesses already, so that's the way her brain works. And her biggest fear of this virus thing is the economy. So I think that's how her brain is working.
Yeah, and I'm sure accountants are trying to figure this whole thing out all over the world. So, so you said that you were teaching the kids. The two of you were teaching the kids some math. Is that who teaches the math? Both of you, or does Cecily do more math, or do you do more math?
I think we both range the same because she teach them in like one-to-one,
Uh-huh.
and I teach them through Khan Academy.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Through Khan Academy, you know what that is, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mercy, when you were teaching, and I know that I saw some photos of you in the classroom, what subjects were you teaching at the school?
I was teaching bookkeeping,
Bookkeeping, okay.
yeah, and commerce.
Okay, really? Okay, and you just graduated, I understand, last year, right? 1 year ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year, yeah, 1 year ago.
And you're already teaching those students?
Well, the school asked them to do a volunteer year since they've sponsored them through a really nice school all their life. So they asked them to volunteer back in the community before they go to college.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Good. So Cecily, let's move to you for a moment. Tell me, so I understand that you have some interest in medicine, in surgery. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm so interested in doing being a surgeon when I accomplish my tertiary education. But for now, I'm more focused because I have national exams, which I will stop for a while because of the coronavirus.
Hmm.
Probably for 3 months, I don't know.
So are those entrance exams? Is that what you said? Or is that the SAT or something similar?
No, they are the national examinations for before I graduate.
Okay, I see. Okay, so what do you call it there? Was it level 12? What?
Advanced level.
It's Form
Advanced
6.
level education.
Yeah.
Form
Okay.
6.
Advanced level, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your experiences with surgery. How do you know you like surgery?
The first time I was exposed to surgery is when Dr. Mendelsohn came to Tanzania, and we had a lipoma surgery for a boy here named Muxin. So I was lucky to join in and help out, which was so exciting.
You were.
And another surgery I did.
Can I stop that one for a minute? So after I was there, when you did that, and when you were done, you came outside and you're like, as I sat on the couch ready to pass out, you came outside afterwards like, Mom, that was so cool. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you think is cool.
Well,
And most of the boys are like, nope, nope, can't watch. So
I remember it was a very hot day, and I remember
there's a goat in the background.
the and chasing the dog. But anyway, oh my gosh, Cecily, you did such a nice job. We taught you how to glove, use proper
Yep.
technique, and gown, and I think you
Yeah.
sutures. I think you did beautifully. I think we're ready to hire you here right away. So
And when the stitches were ready to come out, Dr. Mendelsohn called him. I took a picture, and he's like, "Yeah, go ahead and have Ceci take the stitches out." I'm like, "Okay." You were what, 15 at the time, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed to trust somebody, Connie. So
Oh, I get it now.
it worked out just fine. So let's see. So then, go ahead. Then
You did another one.
yeah.
Then there was another kid here who had a broken leg while I was at school. So they had to rejoin it, but they did it crooked. So
We had to
was like
re-break
a
it,
vicious-
right? I'm sorry. Go
They
ahead.
did it broken. So he was admitted to a hospital, and I asked to be inside the theater, and they agreed.
That is.
So that was.
You helped re-break his leg to line it right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Kene, right?
Yeah. Again, I sat on the chair, so I didn't pass out.
Well, so then, Cecily, assuming you take your exams, which at some point you will, what's your goal? What would you like to do after school there?
After my examinations, I've been home, and I have applied for the volunteering just like Mercy, and I was accepted. So I've been doing the same teaching, but I've been teaching chemistry and biology.
So you'll do that for a year? Is that what will happen? And then same sort of thing? And then potentially, and where do you want to go to? Tell me what your ultimate dream is.
My ultimate dream is to join Harvard University.
Harvard University. All right.
Hit it high, man.
That might happen. All right. Well, good. So tell me, what are the most fun things you guys are doing in quarantine over there?
Drawing classes.
The drawing?
Bring the kids.
And English class.
English class for sure.
Well, good. Yeah, Connie, if you want to, you can bring the other kids in.
Okay, guys want to call the kids in? I see them. I see somebody just around the corner there. So start with Joshua there.
Hi.
I'm Joshua. What's your name?
My name is Joshua.
Hi, Joshua. Okay, Sante.
Hi. Joshua, how old are you, Joshua?
How old are you? 10.
10.
He's not 10. They don't really know how old you are.
Okay, well, it's close enough.
Okay.
All right, Joshua, thank you.
His English isn't too good.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline. Hi, my name is Jacqueline.
Hello, nice to see you. How are you?
Fine, nice to see you too.
Thank you. Thank you for saying hello.
Hi, my name is Lucy. Hi, my name is Lucy.
Hello, Lucy. How are you?
Yes, how are you? I'm fine.
Okay. Dante. You guys are allowed to smile.
Hi, my name is Nasma.
Hello,
Hi,
Nat.
Nas.
How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See your shirt?
Yeah.
Nice to see your shirt.
Hi, I'm Bahati.
Hello, Bahati. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to see you. Big smile.
I'm a little shy.
Hi, I'm Salama.
Hi, Salama.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Anna.
Hello.
Anna Banana.
I've got a Hannah banana.
Anna Banana and Anna Banana.
That's right.
Hi, my name is Yoda.
Jordan. What's up, Jordan?
Good morning. Good.
What's up, Ma? Good job. Just learning English. He's newer to us.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Neema.
Hello, Naima. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Rajab?
Hello,
Oh.
hello. My name is Handsome Amani.
Handsome.
Yes, handsome Amani.
Video that you did, and I think you are the best looking person in Africa. At least that's what you told us.
You told him he's the
Hi.
most handsome guy in the world.
Jabu.
Hello.
Rajab,
How are you? I like your hairstyle.
Good.
Good. You're looking good.
he likes your hair.
Okay, thank you.
It's. You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Dixon.
Dixon. Is that a Cincinnati Bengals jersey I see on there?
No, no,
What kind of shirt do you have on?
Can't
I
see.
don't know. Chicago.
Let's see it. Show us your shirt.
Oh, Ocho Cinco, of course.
Kind of old shirt.
Good.
His favorite shirt, though, yeah?
Yeah.
How's it going, everybody being at home?
Good.
Good? How are your teachers?
It's good.
Good. You better say good. They're right behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, Sante. Here we have your patient.
Oh, let's see how he's doing, Mr.
Hi, I'm Muxin.
Hello, Muksen. How's everything? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. You look like you're doing very well.
Yes.
Are you helping out over there during this quarantine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you finished school, right?
Not yet,
Not yet. Okay.
but this year.
Which year?
This year.
This year. Okay. Good. So how's everything going? How's your lip?
It's going well.
Good. Well, it's nice to see you. You look good. You look great. And thank you very much. I don't think I've had a chance to actually see you face to face. I know we did this once before, but thank you for your beautiful notes, the notes that you wrote us. We really appreciate it. It meant a lot to us and to our whole team. So thank you for writing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hopefully,
Thank you too.
Tanzania one of these days, or in Arusha, I should say.
Well, and welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think the hardest thing about being quarantined is? Not getting out. From Amani.
Yeah, we are quarantined and we feel like everyone is inside the house.
Yeah.
Like everyone is not getting out, but it is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the best thing about quarantine?
We are safe.
You're safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What else? Maybe some of the kids. What do you think the positives about being quarantined are? Amani, you want to say what the good things about being quarantined are?
Yeah.
What? Come up here and tell us.
Hello.
Yeah.
First of all, having a very heavy food.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm, classes,
What classes are you having that are nice?
Khan Academy,
Uh-huh.
Jerry, Mama Connie.
I get up at 6 a.m. and teach you, don't I?
Yep.
Yep. I love that morning call. Uh-huh.
And drawing.
Uh-huh.
And Saturday little bit gardening.
A little bit of the garden, a little bit of music class.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
We're trying to watch movies. I don't know. I try to put them on for you, don't I? So we've seen a couple movies.
Be great.
Be great. Okay, we'll work on that today. Yeah. One things we have done, I think it's made, I know when this whole thing first started and, we don't know what's going to happen in Africa, it's not spreading too quickly in Tanzania right now, is it? Doesn't seem to be. But, we've gotten a few months of food and we stockpiled a few months of food just in case. Something I'm not doing here in the United States, but there we don't know what's going to happen. And actually food prices have gone up there. And I heard yesterday that one of the markets burned down. Did you guys hear that?
Yes, it was banned last week.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the big food markets burned, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's only one big market now, which made food prices go up quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
And it's very crowded. So it was probably good that we collected, put a little bit of food there, if not for safety wise, for price wise, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that didn't need to burn right now, did it?
Pardon?
I said it was a bad time for that. There's never a good time, but it's a bad time for that market to burn, right?
Yeah.
And one of the big economy, one of the big things for economy in Tanzania is what?
Tourism.
Tourism. And how's that going right now?
No tourists. Everything is locked down.
Everything's shut down.
Yeah.
So that just kind of trickles down to everybody, right? And what about the hotels?
They have no guests.
No clients.
No clients. So even though the virus really hasn't hit there yet, it's affected you guys a lot, hasn't it?
A lot, yeah.
And what about the dalalas, the vans that go up and down the street for transport?
We don't know about dollars because we are inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has affected people like Dar es Salaam from the news.
Most of the news is from Dar es Salaam.
Yeah, because there are so many people in Dar, so there are crowds of people waiting for Dala because it's now level 6. You don't have to crowd people in one Dala.
You're not allowed to crowd that many people.
Yeah.
I've been in a van where there's about 30 people, right? They just cram them in so you're standing on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Crowd as many people in, so they're not allowing that now. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're not allowed.
So Connie, can you explain what a dala dala is for people who haven't traveled there?
The vans that go up and down the street that carry people. So it's just like a regular passenger van that they try to shove as many people in.
Yeah, and you're
Money.
practically sitting on each other's laps, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not such a good thing for coronavirus. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would imagine that the airplanes are not moving, airplanes are not coming in. I mean, in a way, that had happened here first, it kind of stopped all the tourism and all the spreading of stuff there. So it's, you know, in a way it might have helped. You know, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping it doesn't spread there at all.
Oh, you know what, Connie? Before we go, can you guys tell me a little bit maybe about? I think you guys went on a little safari. Can you tell me a little bit about that? I know that was a while back, but maybe what you liked about it or what you didn't like about it, and maybe share that experience a little bit.
I don't think if there is something which we didn't like about it, because everything was new to us, and we have never been to Ngorongoro before. And personally, I've never seen a lion before, and I got to see a lion, in which it was really fun. I enjoyed that.
And I'll just add that Dr. Mendelsohn sponsored our safari, didn't he? He sponsored a 2-day safari for everybody, right?
Yeah, we're very grateful for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. But I saw some great photos. And Cecily, what about you? How about your experience?
It was a fun safari ever. I saw a lion, a hippo, and a rhino. Those 3 animals, I've never seen them. So it was so amazing for me.
Oh, did you get to see a rhino? You guys saw rhinos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We didn't have the opportunity to do that. That's great.
We went on a 2-day safari, right?
Yes.
And can maybe somebody else tell me what happened at night?
At night or during the evening when we arrived at the hotel?
Well, first of all, you've never stayed where?
In a hotel.
In a hotel.
You've never stayed at a hotel before. And ask everybody, was staying at a hotel fun?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yes.
And what did you get to have in the morning that you never get to have at home? A breakfast, a shower, yeah?
Yes, hot shower.
Shower. So staying at a hotel was fun, yeah?
It was fun. And remember when we went to pick our medicine, me and Ceci? We could hear the animal sound and we came back running.
You went back to the hotel room to get something and you came back running? Funny,
Yeah.
Oh.
And then what did we get to see? We're sitting at the hotel and we're up on like a porch. I call it a porch. I don't know what you guys call it, but we were sitting up high. Remember? Do you guys?
Yeah, we
What did
could
we
see
see
the
down below?
elephant.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
We could see the elephants. Almost 2 hours sitting there watching them. It was
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 hours sitting watching elephants. Yeah.
Yes.
And one of the best things was you didn't have to do any what?
Any
Any dishes?
Any work.
Any cooking.
No cooking.
Served us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
It was
vacation.
great.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was really fun for me too. We had a lot of pictures. Everybody did a good job taking pictures. Dr. Mendelsohn even gave us a phone to use. Yeah, a nice phone to use for pictures.
Mm-hmm. Well, so hopefully you guys, maybe we can get together again here, but I thank you guys all for coming on and saying hello. I don't think that a lot of people in Cincinnati, at least people from patients of ours and friends of ours, have met you yet, so hopefully they'll get an idea of how wonderful you guys are. And we are on quarantine sort of here too. We're not quarantined necessarily to our homes as maybe as strict, but this morning, you know, just so you get an idea of what's going on here in the United States, I went to the grocery store to pick up a coffee, and you know, everybody's wearing masks, and people are very fearful here as well, and so we're trying to make sure that we wash our hands and do all of the right things. But so anyway, hopefully this coronavirus episode will be improved here over the next month or so, and at least we can start getting back to somewhat of a normal life. But anyway, Connie, maybe you can stay on for a minute. But I think we'll say goodbye to the kids. So thank you guys very much for saying hello, and hopefully we'll do this again soon. Okay?
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you too.
Okay, stay healthy, you guys. Take care of each other. See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Oh, that's great. Maybe just as a little background, maybe you could just share just a little bit, just briefly, just about your involvement, just with how you got started with Karama and the orphanage and so forth.
Okay. So in 2005, I went to Tanzania on a volunteer trip, and I met a woman there that just captured my heart, and I came home and I started raising money to help her. And, you know, fast forward a few years, we kind of split ways, and she was kind of closing out what she did. So I took a lot of the kids in and ended up owning an orphanage myself, which was never the intent. Back in 2010, I think was when we started Karama over in Africa. So now we have 16 kids. There's a few more kids that we help outside the orphanage. So we have 16 kids that we are in charge of, and we are raising, basically. I have a staff of 7 that are there 12-hour shifts that come in and out. And otherwise, I'm a mom there 3 months a year. Otherwise, I used to call myself a Skype mom, but I think I'm a Zoom mom now. So we're kind of on automatic right now a little bit, which is kind of nice. The staff has been there a long time, and the kids kind of know what the rules are. We're not taking a lot of new kids in right now. We're not really turning kids away, but I think the system there, they're trying not to put so many kids in an orphanage, and they don't want kids staying in an orphanage. So if we do have a child that has some family, we do try to reunite them with some kind of family or extended family. The kids that we have right now, it's not really possible given their situations. So we have these kids for a while, and they're getting older now that, you know, I've got my first one in college. She wasn't there today. She's not there today, but she's away at college in Tanzania, in northern Tanzania, and Mercy and Ceci will be going to college, and Bahati will be going to college next year. So we have a couple that have graduated from high school that are working. But just like kids here, you know, they need some help, and they don't have where we are their family. They don't have extended family to help them. So yeah, so it's been since 2005 that I've been working in Tanzania.
Well, you know, so just as a quick background, so I met Connie years ago. Just coincidentally, we were just starting to contemplate. I mean, I always wanted to go to Africa. I didn't know much about the countries. Anyway, I met Connie, and I just want to give a little bit of background because, and I think this is okay. Many of the kids there were orphans secondary to HIV/AIDS epidemic, and so they lost some of their family members. And on a personal note, my uncle passed away from AIDS back in the 80s. I also did a lot of bench work. I called the academic research track, and I studied human retroviruses with the gentleman Bernie Poise, who developed or who discovered the first human retrovirus, HTLV1, and this is HIV. So it was near and dear to my heart for two reasons. One, from a science reason, a molecular biology and biochemistry reason, and two, obviously, because I spent time with my uncle during those times when he was on those trial medications. So anyway, I had a connection immediately because of the circumstance, and Connie was nice enough to invite us to spend some time and meet the kids. We have not been back since, but with everything going on with the coronavirus right now, you know, and you're talking about the ELISA tests or the polymerase chain reaction, PCR. These are things that I spent a lot of time, you know, performing scientifically. And so one of the interesting things, and I think Connie was alluding to this maybe a little bit earlier, is that, and she told me this yesterday, is, well, we've talked over the past couple of weeks, but hydroxychloroquine and some of the anti-malarial medications seem to, no science here, but potentially seem to have maybe reduced the impact of coronavirus in that part of the world because malaria is still prevalent, and people take some of these medications. Similarly, some of the antiretroviral medications that are used now in more critically ill patients for the coronavirus are also used in that part of the world because of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, and so maybe the silver lining here is that much of the population is protected, not even knowingly. But Connie is an amazing person. I don't know how she does it. I've got two kids. Obviously, I love my kids. She loves all of those kids, and as you can see, they are wonderful, beautiful children. Not children. I keep calling them children. I guess they are children for me. Yeah, but they've got, I mean, big smiles, a great spirit, loving, and Connie. So, I mean, you know, hats off to you. I'm hopeful that as we raise more awareness here, and we've been trying to over the years, that that it's always nice to give. And at this time, we're just trying to make a connection where some of those givings are going. So anyway, Connie, I appreciate you spending time with us here. We'll have you back with the kids, but thank you very much. Anything you want to say here before we sign off?
Just thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting my kids, and you've been a great partner with them, and you know they love seeing you and seeing, you know, your kids, so it's been a really fun partnership.
Well, it definitely is very meaningful for us, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to help any way we can. So anyway, all right. Well, I know I'll be talking with you, so we'll catch up. But in the meantime, thanks a lot, Connie, for you know, for spending time with us, and more importantly,
thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.